Well, the move by Senate Democrats last week to change the rules on confirmation votes, the so-called nuclear option, has awakened fears by some of what are called Obamacare death panels. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel connects the dots tonight.
After Majority Leader R.F.I.D changed the rules to allow presidential nominees to be confirmed with 51 votes, now President Obama will be able to fill the Independent Payment Advisory Board, or I.P.A.B, with just Democratic support. It is a 15-member panel created with Obamacare, and its role is to slow the growth in Medicare spending. Congressman Michael Burgess, a Republican from Texas, who is a medical doctor, says he worries about its influence.
It is an increase in power by the agency and the executive branch. They are people who are well removed from the active practice of medicine. That becomes even more problematic. When you think of the damage the Affordable Care Act does to the doctor-patient relationship, this may be the final straw.
Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin called this group death panels and was blasted for it. Now some in the mainstream media are not disputing it could lead to rationing of care.
It's going to be a huge issue, and that's something else about which the president was not fully forthcoming and straightforward.
So you believe that there will be rationing, aka death panels?
It's built into the plan. It's not like a guess or like a judgment. That's going to be part of how costs are controlled.
And former Vermont Governor and DNC Chairman Howard Dean, also a doctor, is against it, writing in the Wall Street Journal in July, quote, "By setting doctor reimbursement rates for Medicare and determining which procedures and drugs will be covered and at what price, the I.P.A.B will be able to stop certain treatments its members do not favor by simply setting rates to levels where no doctor or hospital will perform them." Liberal supporters of Obamacare insist care cannot be rationed and patient co-pays won't go up.
What could change eventually is if the plan includes certain tweaks to reimbursement rates that the government pays to hospitals and doctors, but even that is subject to congressional approval. So there's checks and balances in the system.
Congress has the right to vote I.P.A.B's recommendations up or down, but if there's gridlock,
if we can't agree among ourselves, then the Secretary has the ability to implement the cuts of the board. That is, they go through in spite of congressional disapproval.
And that is a big concern for critics, the possibility of even more power for Kathleen Sebelius if the president doesn't nominate members, or if the Senate doesn't confirm them, or if Congress clashes over their work. Shannon?
Mike Emanuel, thank you.